Hi, my fellow TIs. I haven't been able to really download stuff. There's things that I want to say. And I've been going through a lot. And I haven't had a phone. My son said that he'd take care of it, but man, the way that I've been targeted lately is horrible. I wouldn't want nobody's dog, wouldn't even want an enemy to go through what I've went through lately. And it's more than everybody thinks, and you think things. Remember I told you, if they're linked into your brain, try not to think about them or think about a word that pops up in your head so they don't know what you're thinking. But they're taking away our freedom in increments, and they're putting stipulations on our freedom. We shouldn't have to earn our freedom. We shouldn't have to earn our civil rights. Hey, you know what? If you do this, I'll let you have your civil rights. If you do this, you know what? You got all the freedom in the world. It doesn't fucking work that way. Especially if you were born in the United States and you're a citizen, hey, yeah, we were born a slave. We were given a number that's gonna identify us the rest of our life as a baby. Some of us are gonna be more slaves than others are gonna be. But if you were born and raised in the United States, you're entitled to your freedom. You're entitled to your civil rights. And they're taking mine away. They've been taking mine away. In San Pedro, they act like I don't have any rights. My civil liberties, what our forefathers fucking died for. I don't have them in San Pedro. They don't honor my civil rights, my right to freedom, my right to privacy. They don't honor my tenant rights. They sabotage my apartment, so I don't have anywhere to do dishes. So I don't have outlets, 2 outlets, and that's if they want them to work. Because this morning they were draining them. They turn off your shit, short it out, and now you got a food-full refrigerator that's bad. And it's still not working. I started off with 2, when I moved in there, with 3 outlets that worked. Like 13 years later, 12 years later, they fixed them. Now, it's been down to 3, excuse me. Been back down to 3 for the longest. The pipes under my kitchen sink, they're not even the same pipes and not even the same fucking garbage disposal. And plus the plug underneath there, they moved it. And you could tell exactly where they moved it, where it had been. That means that they come inside my place. They make all these changes periodically. And if you've been there, it's going to go on 17 years. I've been there. I moved in December 15th, 2005. And I remember because it's the day that Tookie Williams, Stanley Tookie Williams, one of the co-founders of the Crips, was put to death. And if you've been there and they've never done anything, it's like, let me elaborate. Okay, I don't have good light there. So when I go out in the daytime or to somebody's house where they got fantastic light and windows like I should have, I see every flaw on my face And I'm like, oh my God, I walk around like this and I'm like trying to pop shit, but it's accumulation of no light forever, right? Just like the damn apartment. You know, they've downgraded my light, my lights, my ability to fucking see things to help them out. Jessica made me a light, and it lights up the whole place more than all those lamps. And I can see clearly where they've done work. Not work for me, but work. Changed the apartment and freaking fucked it up and sabotaged it and added things. You could see when somebody freaking like does something in your wall and then freaking, you know, covers it and then fucking paints it or spackles it, and you've been there, it's going on 17 years. You know, if they've been shitting on my freedom and my civil rights and my rights as a tenant and my rights as a disabled person and my rights that any fucking human being should have, you know, these people that help them out, the neighbors, you know, the gang stalkers and shit that get paid, you know, and it is the government. They get paid and they do the shit in the community, and they get government checks. I mean, not just what they're getting, they get more. So, you know, does it keep them safe while they target another individual, another human being? Because they're picking and choosing who they want to give fucking civil liberties to, you know, civil rights to, and freedom to. Oh, you know what? He's black. I'm not going to give him no freedom and no civil rights. Oh, well, she smokes fucking meth. I'm not going to give her no civil rights. I don't like the gang tattoos on him. I'm not going to give him civil rights. No, that's not the fucking way it works. You're entitled to your fucking civil rights. You're entitled to your freedom and your freedom of privacy. Your privacy, you're entitled to it. You pay for it every month. You live in the United States. People can be bought out real quick. A lot of people. And they're losing their fucking humanity to empathize with another fucking human being. And that ain't right. What, so they can get paid? Not all money is good money. I haven't had a fucking income for over a year. I'm not spending government money on fucking cigarettes or nothing. But everybody wants to dip their hand in, and it's easy to use it as an excuse. If there's smear campaigns and other people, it's like, no, man, it's like a game of operator and shit. You whisper something in somebody's ear and they add on to it and shit, and it ain't even true, and the other person like, oh yeah, really? You know, smear campaigns. It's just a bunch of shit. But if these people think they're protected, you know, by being the gang stalkers and fucking with people and surveilling them and pointing the fingers at them for doing shit that, you know what, they just know when to do it. Like Rekha says, oh, well, you can park in front of a fire hydrant without even getting a ticket. That's them. Sooner or later, it's going to come for them. They're not going to stay protected because they're helping this fucking New World Order out. No, sooner or later, they'll be targeted too. Yeah, they will. And God help them, because in the meantime, when they die from this earth, I don't think they'll be let into the other earth, not doing this to another human being. Because this is it's worse than fucking walking up on somebody and blasting their head away. Serious. It's way worse. This is fucking rape. They're raping your property rights. They're raping your civil rights. I'm in San Pedro. It's a New World Order here. This is a city of New World Order, where they participate strongly in this shit. And I know people that have been targets here, and they ran off and left really quick. And I know people that are targets here. I can't meet them personally because of all this shit. I'm not about politics. I'm about freedom and my civil rights, which I should have been born with. I was born with. But they're not acknowledging them. They're coming for the domestic terrorists next. Might be a year, might be 2 years, it might be when they get older. But they're gonna come for them too. If they're coming for us and targeting us, and if you are a hardcore target like I am, yeah, just try to make the most out of it and have the right attitude. This is why God changed me after the accident. I've always had a good core. Didn't matter how bad of things that I've done. And nobody's flawless. God forgives, but apparently people don't. I love you supporters. I do. I appreciate the good advice you give me, the support. I do. I appreciate you guys. When I say that because I mean it. I mean it. And I'm so grateful to those people yesterday. I'll tell you more about what happened today, later if I can. But today is another day. And you know what? I met another Anon. He asked me, do you go to the rallies? I said, no. He goes, no, I like your mask there. And I said, do you believe in your freedom? He said, yeah. I go, do you believe in your civil rights? He goes, yeah. I said, good, because this stands for a lot more. He goes, yeah, I know. And he was an Anon. He asked me if I went to the rallies. I said, you mean the Million Mask March? I said, one of them, distracted me from it last year. But I've been wanting to go for it. Anonymous is not just hackers. They're truth seekers. They're rappers. They're targeted individuals, a lot of them. They're anybody and everybody you'd see on the street or in the market, packing your meat or your groceries. They're anybody, and you don't know. Come in all faces and all colors. This mask stands for a lot more than hacking. What the heck? Hacking? Really? Yeah, there are some, and I'm pretty sure they started out that way, but Anonymous is a lot more. A lot more. And yeah, I have the tattoo on me. I'm sure you've seen it, with a suit with a question mark for a head. Because I believe in shit. Some things are worth more than ourselves. I love you guys. Peace.